All right, this next thing we're going to do a little bit differently. These guys, again, there's no kickback on this, although they did give me some software plugins to check out. This comes to us from our friends at PSP Audioware.com. And I wanted to give these guys a shout out. I wanted to just quickly show you a couple of their plugins. We'll do a fully fledged video on this, but these, I have to say, are really nice plugins, and I had to give them a mention. They reached out to me a while ago, and we were so busy these last few weeks with news and information that it was really hard to get it on the podcast. Now that there's a little bit of a quiet, I only say a little bit because there's still stuff happening every week. There's a little bit of a calm, I should say, before the storm. I can show you guys really quickly. So I'm going to show you a couple of their plugins today in action on a current track that I'm working on, that I've employed them in because they really sound good. And I wasn't, to be fully transparent with you guys, I was not aware of PSP Audioware. For some reason, they had never crossed my path, and I have to give them a massive shout out because they did come and reach out to me to check out a bunch of their plugins. I don't have all of them, but I got a few here to have a little play with. I'm going to show you a couple today. And the ones I want to show you, which are amazing, if you want a really nice sounding saturator or an compressor here, dynamic processor. Wow, these two, which is, you can't see there on the podcast, actually, I'll just zoom in. This guy here, the PSP compressor, which is a dynamic processor, and this guy here, PSP saturator. Wow, absolutely wow. Like, these things sound incredible, and what is amazing that PSP Audioware have done is they've got some incredible, not only do they have this great emulation software, but I think where these guys are winning is they've got some amazing presets with high-end, incredible high-end artists and sound engineers and mixing engineers that have made these presets. All right, let's jump over. So here, I told you we're going to do something a little bit differently. Got my Ableton Live session here. Not going to show you the full track, full disclosure, because this is a brand new track. We're only going to play just a little bit of an arpeggiator here that I am working on. So here's our arpeggiator, and I'm using the, let's have a look here. If I go to my melody group here, I've got the PSP compressor. Check this out. This is with it on, so we're going to play it back with it on now. All right, let me turn it off. Whoa. Absolutely just flat. Check this dynamic compressor out again. Turn it back on. What's going on? Off? Like, how is that possible? You hear the difference. There's so much decay on that freaking arpeggiator. But you can hear it just, I don't even know, it's like putting width on it as well. Like, I haven't even checked it out. I literally just went into the presets because it's got some great presets here. I love it. And it even shows a little photo sometimes of the person behind the preset, which I kind of like as well. Like, we go here. Look at this dude here. I don't know if you can see that there if you're looking on YouTube. It's tiny. But I can see this man made this preset. And I love this man because that preset, mind blowing, okay? Again, PSP Audioware, they reached out to me. I wanted to check these out. Again, we're going to do a full video. I'm doing this slightly different here on the podcast. I just want to quickly show you one more. Let's jump over to my drums track here, okay? Very standard drums loop, okay? And on this one, I have the saturator. This is the other one I was talking about. And we're not going to get to look at, obviously, all of their plugins here on the podcast today, but I've got to show you this because these two, to me, were the standouts, okay? So here I've got it enabled. Let's listen to my drums. Pretty bulk standard loop. All right, let's turn the saturator off. Just flattens it out. It's still grooving. Let's turn it back on though. Yeah, gives it a nice bit of gritty sparkle on the top end, and it pops. Like, if you heard this in the track, I'll play it with my melody line as well. So that's using that's using the PSP Audioware software plugins. So we've got a ton of decay going on there. I think we've got Baby Audio's crystalline that's tailing off there in the end. But look, I just wanted to give these guys a huge shout out because this is freaking awesome. And they've got all these plugins are M1 compatible if you've got the brand new Apple Mac M1 chip, which I have here in the background that I'm using. It is such a delight to see these companies getting their software compatible natively with that brand new chip. And of course, it's available on Windows 11 and everything else. High resolution, fully scalable UIs. There's the new preset system. I don't know if it was new. I didn't know it was new, but the presets are amazing. Native Apple Silicon support, VST3, VST AAX, audio unit for Windows, Mac OS, Intel, Mac OS Silicon. Wow, I love what you guys are doing at PSP. Whatever you're doing, keep it going, and we'll check out more of these plugins on a future podcast, or just subscribe to the YouTube channel because we'll do a fully fledged video of that.